Hi, I'm the Dreaded Geek. Welcome back to my board game channel. We're going to do another unboxing video today, this time of the Arcane Fire expansion for Romance of the Nine Empires. Romance of the Nine Empires is a pseudo-LCG based on a fictitious LCG that was created for a web series a couple of years ago. The game plays like an LCG, but the decks are pre-constructed, and the expansions introduce new factions and new decks, but not new cards for constructing into existing decks per se. I suppose you could construct decks if you wanted to, but it's not played like a deck constructing game. The rules of the game are based loosely around games like the L5R LCG, which was an old favourite of mine for many years. The small rules appendix with extra rules for the expansion. Card decks for the new factions that are being introduced. And it appears that I'm at least part wrong, because I recognize some of these as expansion cards for the decks that were in the original box. So they are giving you more options for constructing decks, if that's the way you choose to play this game. What I'm interested with this particular expansion is how they've built the original deck, the original box, to cater for the cards that were coming out in the expansion. So let's get the original box up here and have a look. The full rules of play for this game are a little more complicated than the appendix that comes in the expansion. As you can see, some of the factions in the original set I haven't even played with yet. And a few I have. As much as some of these cards are expansion cards for the existing factions, there's plenty of spaces in these slots in the box insert for the add-on cards. But for the cards that belong to new factions, there's just no way we're going to have a way to organize them into this box. I always think this is an oversight when games like this come out with a predefined number of factions that are going to exist eventually, that the original box insert should either cater for those expansions, or the expansions should come with an insert that allows you to store the cards that come with the expansion within the original box. It hasn't been done here. However, the box that the expansion comes in is a pretty standard deck building game type box, which will store these cards quite comfortably, and probably has room for the next expansion too when that happens. So unfortunately it means my Nine Empires set is going to be 2 boxes now if I ever need to travel with it, but in most likelihood I can put the couple of decks I use most often in the small box and keep spare cards and tokens in here, so maybe it's a good thing after all. That has been an unboxing of Romance of the Nine Empires Arcane Fire expansion. And I am the Dreaded Geek. Thanks for watching.